Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppets. Today, drinking more lager from the States that I also got from Beer Dome. This time I remembered to say it from the get-go, so thanks a ton to Beer Dome for the beer. This is from Rhode Island, and this is from Long Live Beerworks, and this is their Merry Dancers. And I think that's a reference to something, but I do not remember what. Merry Dancers? Oh, I'm thinking, are we human or are we dancer? Who made that song? The Killers. And what was the song called? I don't remember. Do they even exist anymore? That was like high school music when I was in high school. Everyone loved it, but I was a metalhead. I thought it was okay. When we were young? No, I don't know. I can't remember. I don't listen to the Killers anymore. I think I know 4 songs. But this is from Long Live Beerworks, and I think we might have had this before in the Grand Christmas calendar. I'm not entirely sure. I remember having some dark lager, and we were smashed, and I don't remember how it was. But I saw it on Beer Dome, and I was like, I just looked at what lagers they had. I was like, let's get it, because I want some lager. Check out some lager. Instead of all the haze, there's so much haze everywhere. It's getting harder to find classic beer styles. It's crazy. But this is a Czech style dark lager. And there's not a lot of info on it. I checked their Instagram. This is actually really somewhat old. It's from last year. It's from December, the 19th of December 22. So yeah, let's see how it's doing. I think they don't actually give it a shelf life. They just have a canned on date. So, but yeah, I mean, most breweries will give beers like this a year. So let's check it out. So pours a slightly, is it clear? I think it's clear. It's just really dark brown. And what are they called, the dark lagers? It's Timavia Lechak or something like that. Svetli Lechak is definitely pale. I can't remember. But yeah, it's brown in color. It's, quite dark. Beige head. Let's check out the aroma on this one. Yeah, okay, that's actually really authentic. I didn't expect that. There is diacetyl, there is cherry toffee maltiness. And maybe the toffee malt is actually confusing me, because sometimes you can get confused by that nuance. Sometimes it's not diacetyl. And if you do not know what diacetyl is, it's a off flavor in beer production, which tastes like butter. And you do not want that, unless you're brewing styles where it's wanted, like some examples of classic Czech lager beers, like a Czech dark lager, or classic British ales, often on cask. It smells toasty, caramelly, nutty, toffee, butterscotchy, and clean. Maybe even a little bit dark fruity. It smells quite decent, actually. Let's try it. Cheers. Thanks to Beer Dome for the beer. Oh, that's nice. That's quite nice. What I actually expected initially was more sweetness, and I'm so happy it's not sweeter. I had some beers from People van Metregard in, I'm butchering the name, I know, in, what's it called? Croatia. And some of their dark lagers were quite sweet. And I think, I remember that from drinking Polish, dark lager back in the day. I know they're quite far apart, the countries. But I just remember that from, and also, yeah, Czech beers, like Czech dark lagers. I think it's just some examples from supermarkets and stuff, like the 1795 in Denmark from, I can't remember the brewery's name. It's a bigger brewery. But yeah, they're quite sweet. Really, they have lots more sweetness. And I think that's not really my jam. If I want sweet, I'll drink a big rich stout or barley wine or something like that. Lagers, I want refreshment, even the dark ones. Although I usually tend to the lighter ones. But I think I'm really getting to a point where I'm turning into an old man, because I'm getting more into dark lager. I'm getting more into, I've always shied away from brown ale. And these days, oh, it's a brown ale. Maybe I should try that. It's just what the hell is going on? I'm just stepping further and further away from modern craft beer. It's nuts. I just like to try variety these days. That was a point where, for me, everything had to be haze, 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 haze. I love to try a broad variety of scope of things. That's nice. But this is good. Toasty, caramelly, toffee, slightly butterscotch toffee, slightly peppery hop flavor. Really good. Light bitterness, but it's there. Quite balanced. Toffee, maybe even a hint of a light coffee nuance to it, and a slight burnt note. That's actually almost like toasty smoky. That's a really good Czech dark lager. And it's holding up really well considering the age. Now, I think most beer geeks will try this and they will be like, it's just a lager. It's just like, this is never going to be a beer that punches you in the face. This is never going to be a beer where you're going to be like, Pwah! Those beers are also okay. At one point, I hope, I've been through the fucking whole game. I mean, I've been doing the craft beer things for over 12, 13 years now. And it's fun with the explosive things. But at one point, you also get to a point where it's like, I actually also just want a beer to chill and drink where it's nice, there's a lot of flavor, and you don't have to sit and overthink and be like, whoa, this is insane. Where you can just sit and like, this is really nice. This is a great beer. And just think it to yourself and enjoy it without, it having to be crazy. And I'm really like, I love those kind of beers these days. Easy drinkers, session beers. I love the big stuff, but that's sharing with friends. I usually never pop big beers on my own anymore. So yeah, for me, like, I'm getting more and more back into old school stuff, which is funny. I'm totally coming full circle. Going back to all the stuff I got into when I was learning about beer, getting into, very classic stuff. And seeking out classic stuff again. I mean, all the legal beers and whatnot. But yeah, this is great. This is really good. I'm surprised how much I like this. I don't know if it's the best Czech dark lager in the world, but I think for like a can that's from the other side of the world and it's over 7 months almost now, 6 months, it's holding up so well. So I think it's done a great job also like traveling and everything. I know a lot of people also praise these guys for their haze. I skipped all the haze. There was loads of haze when I got this, but I skipped it just because I'm hazed out. So that's how it is. But yeah, this is really good. I think a straight 90. I really like it. Not like the craziest rich body, but it's only 4%, but it's pretty good for that. It's like slightly velvety, but dry. A lot of flavor for 4% too. Great job, Long Live Beerworks. I digs this. So if you guys had a chance to try Merry Dancers from Long Live Beerworks even, let me know what you thought of it. Wow, what's going on? I only had like a quarter of a beer before this. But if you guys had this one, let me know what you thought of it. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram, and give the video a thumbs up and all that social media jazz. And I'm going to say cheers and see you guys in another beer review.